like both these teams actually played everything. Like Epicenter, I think
Yeah.
both these teams had 15 plus games of Dota. Then Secret played Thailand.
Kiss.
You have
Oh,
almost
they
too
did
much
it.
information.
Oh my God, he kissed me. Sorry, you're
Oh,
bringing
she's
vital information.
crying.
She's
Why
like,
is she crying?
oh my goodness, get me
She
off the
hates
beautiful
him.
moment.
Get off the camera now. Cameraman, they did the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go
God.
away.
Way too long of a
Cameraman.
shot.
Oh
It's
my
a,
gosh.
It's a kiss cam, not a like kiss and linger.
He's like, oh, he's like,
linger
kiss. Are you
cam.
gonna do anything else there, ma'am?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Okay, sorry. Anyways,
Well, we
we
do have a draft.
finally
Oh.
have a draft. Let's get into
Man,
it now.
I still can't remember what I was talking
With
about.
BSJ and
yeah,
your drive?
I don't remember at all. But there is this thing that we need, which is I really want to see the coin flip on stage, man.
Yeah, I
It's
remember you
so
talking
easy.
about that. I was
That was
watching
2 years
that's
ago.
free content as well,
Yeah.
entertainment, and that's even an opportunity to have teams like maybe smack talk each other a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
not smack talk, but be like, you have some words for your opponent. You got some words for your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's like the whole the cool part about a LAN. Like, look at the stage, right? I want to utilize this shot as much as possible, but at the end of the day, it's walk-ons and walk-offs. And right now, it's just dudes in booths. There's no human aspect. It's not special because it's a LAN, right? You just see us walk on. Where I'd like to see the captains or any just a representative, doesn't matter. You just walk out to center stage.
What about this? Like,
with
you
one of the
die,
hosts.
you run around a circle, you have to do a lap. That's what you do.
We're
That'd be
trying to make
good.
serious progress here, Leo.
Get
Yeah, we
outta
can't be
here.
doing Chinese fire drills
Now
in
you're
the middle of the
serious.
stage.
Yeah, we just meet in the middle. You do a little coin flip. Holds the mic. Hey, Dakota, what you want? And you say heads, flip it, boom, pick. All right, cool, shit, like bye. But I
It'll
like
happen.
Mm-hmm.
It'll happen.
Eventually. You need to do some cool graphic, but that'd be unnecessary because you're actually live. You don't need to use the lobby coin toss feature.
What was it? The captain's mode event, not
Mm.
captain's mode event. The elimination mode event. I don't know. One of the events that Moonduck did, they had the whole like gunfire turn, pick, draw, or do Rochambeau or whatever. So yeah, we're making steps that direction. All right, let's get into the draft now as our picks are finally underway. It looks like LGD with that first pick as mentioned are going to go in just the tried and true Lady Death Prophet, but
Here
here's
you
here's
mentioned
little.
at the start of the cast is you're so excited to see more
Yeah,
of.
I like Jakiro though. I will say Jakiro is not your typical first phase pickup here. But if you're already expecting like a battering ram lineup from LGD and what they like to do, I guess Jakiro's nice. Just lay down that macro pyre. Please fight on my battleground. Has great out spam to get rid of
I think
pushes.
that's one of the big things for me with it is that I feel like it's one of those heroes you can just stick in a lane and then like in the later stages and push it out without that much worry. Like if they run down there and send a couple heroes to kill a Jakiro, you're not like gonna cry about that too much. And it's one of their most played this week. One of their most played is the 5 position, that and Disruptor. So I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, DP first pick by LGD. This was banned in their second and third game against TNC. The hero's value seemed to skyrocket, and LGD are big fans. Would have expected them to take Kunkka in that second position, especially when they have DP. Damage reduction plus heroes with built-in self-sustain is kind of LGD's bread and butter.
So when we cast that other game yesterday, we saw the support Kunkka that you had called out, Dakota, and I think that this is a game where they could do that too if they want to. Like it's one of those flexible picks where it's either mid or 4, because I think it doesn't work with some heroes, but I think with Jakiro it's actually okay because you can set up a lot of things and it's like a ton of team fight.
Puppy used to play a bit of support Kunkka back in the day. I want to say it's like when like that Shadow Demon Kunkka was a thing, very popular in a lot of the lanes, but. Yeah, it's in the pocket of secret, and hence why it's nice to pick up someone as flexible as Kunkka in the early part of the draft. You can be able to do that.
I'm so sure Shadow Demon would crush a Death Prophet. I've never seen somebody pick it into her, but you put your ult on her and it'll auto immediately purge the Yules and the Aeon Disc if that were to be purchased, and it also functions through BKB.
Man, I wonder if it would have been good last series against that Death Prophet and that Omni Knight even too.
Yeah, it's a great pick, I feel.
Yeah, he gets overlooked, I feel.
I think so too. It seems just so strong sometimes. I'm not sure like what the problem is with him because he seems like he's a decent laner. Maybe just running into like some damage issues. Often that's been the problem with Shadow Demon.
And you have wave clear problems too, especially as a 5. Like you just don't have the mana to ever really push out a wave. You can't just run in circles. You're kind of weak in lane too.
You could stack like 3 camps at the same time though. that stuff can look pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
true.
like that.
If it were ever worth, if it was ever EV favorable to spend any time whatsoever in the woods, it'd be more effective.
All right, we got Clockwork here. Formidable potential for position for LGD. Someone to help maybe start the fight, close the gap, lock someone down. Opens up some options for them even if they wanted to, let's say, move the Death Prophet elsewhere. I don't know if LGD are typically a mid-lane Death Prophet only kind of a team, but I don't know. Maybe they later get a Shadow Fiend, let's say, to pair with the Clockwork.
Dude, now the cameraman's trying to play matchmaker.
Yeah, he is. He's,
The
look at him.
girls
He's
don't-
separating the two of them. He's like,
Yeah.
who's going?
Don't look at me. Stop it. Stop looking. She's like, if you're going to look at me, I'll look right back at you.
They're not taking the shot off of him either.
Damn, he's just rolling.
Like
They're all trying to
how
hide.
much can we make them just
Oh,
denied,
Like, hey, what's
rejected?
Oh no, and now it's
How,
awkward.
like,
Let's just hold it another 30 seconds. See what they do. Maybe they'll just spontaneously combust right there on screen, and we'll just
Yeah.
catch it on camera, I guess. Moving forward with the pants here, we're going to get rid of the tusk. Lesh has got to go. I actually haven't seen any Lesh today so far.
no
So.
Nature's Prophet either, which is so surprising to me.
That was like the hero of DAC, and yeah, I've seen like
It
really
wasn't
done.
changed. It's still really good, I promise. Especially now that people, when you start banning, like when Night Stalker, Doom, Tusk, like all gone, all these heroes that really catch a profit are just out of the pool. And yeah, Kunkka Clock, you sort of deal with him, but they're just so much lower damage. I just think you crush them in a laning phase and roll them over because they're both so ult dependent.
So don't teams like skirm a lot here? If they're like running Nature's Prophet, maybe it's like not working now or something.
I don't know if anybody's scrimming, man.
What? What do you mean nobody's scrimming?
Man, LGD is sick. They're just showing up to play their matches, man. I don't secret. This is their third event in a row. If they're still scrimming, you know, my
they're
hat's
like,
off to them.
We're warm.
How much Dota can you possibly play?
Okay.
I don't know. Some of these teams you could take for granted how nerd sweaty they can be, so you never know.
There it is!
my
It's happening!
We are prophets, man, in a way, you know. Shadow Demon, man. Talked about a bit, and
I
someone
love
shows
this hero.
up.
Man,
Hell
this-
yeah.
Maybe this is the secret, you know. I just gotta come into these casts in this zen state where my mind is completely blank
Yeah.
and I can just channel
All right, what are you
my predictions.
what are you seeking now, Orikyle?
Like for LGD?
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them just gyrocopter. I mean, that's the Ame special.
Both teams had ignored Wisp also this draft.
Yep. I don't think you want to wisp into this though. There's a lot of cancel, too many disable and dots. I think you just probably take your support here.
I feel like they
Yeah.
need. Oh wow, just going for the Oracle. So that's two different purges going on. One
Yes.
defensive, one aggressive.
Yeah, it's I think just to keep so
It's
so
really good against Shakira,
it's the
right?
same concept you were talking about yesterday about like I don't know how to put it. It's just like when you look at the team fights and how they'll stack up against each other, right? It's who is in possession of like the top of the stack in the event that both teams cast all their spells. So Shadow Demon, he's gonna ult the Death Prophet. They're gonna amp him. They're gonna try and blow him up. Oracle prevents that
Yep.
so long as you get your ult off in the DP, so you can just sort of tank through that live, continue sustaining. And you, in some way, like you see what we just talked about what Shadow Demon wants to do. Oracle is made to prevent that.
Yep.
And you know.
Luna pick. This is
Oh,
man,
super
Shadow Demon,
simple.
Yeah.
Luna.
And
And-
Kunkka, they're all there.
Whoa.
Yeah, and this is where then you have now this massive amount of damage and illusion pressure that heroes like Oracle and Clock and DP like have absolutely. You don't do anything.
Oracle's just
Yeah.
garbage pushing out lanes.
Yeah.
It's
Or
so
Oracle
bad.
will die to glaives
Die
if he
to-
takes
yeah,
the team fight too
illusions.
close to
so
his team.
bad.
Mhm.
You just like Fate's Edict the illusion, like get the hell away from me. But
So-
you have nothing.
I know it looks a lot more now like it's going to be the core Kunkka, but honestly, it wouldn't be terrible to switch it up and have like a core Jakiro if they wanted to try and push early, I think. I like it less now against the Phantom Lancer, but I think that that's another thing to think about because like you were talking about, that single target save that you have, it's not just Shadow Demon too, there's Kunkka there as well. Like so much of his setup's the X torrent combo, and then you can blow one hero up, but if Oracle's there, that doesn't end up working out. I kind of like the idea of Team Secret trying to push the tempo, take this
Yeah.
early.
There's really limited wave clear on PSG.LGD at the moment. I think you can abuse that, but you need something. You also need something to deal with PL. in this game. It's gonna be really rough otherwise.
Do you think they're already committed to like Clockwork Oracle being the supports right there, and then, or do you? Because otherwise you have to commit to an off lane position. I guess they could put Death Prophet off lane as well. We've seen it plenty today.
That's true.
But I mean, they could either have a core spot to help with the wave clear bit, or a support spot here.
I think maybe like well, Underlord doesn't actually sound great against. That's not terrible. That could be one thing, something like that. Other offlaners that fill that role, if they wanted to, they could maybe. I don't think Coddle could work. It's a possibility.
Coddle Oracle
Yeah,
doesn't
it's too weird.
seem. It's like a little too like defensive support.
Yeah, it's all in
stuff.
on the PL. Oh.
It could go a bunch of different directions. They've only played PL a couple times here. I wouldn't mind. You could theoretically last pick something like a Chen, but I don't know if that's your play to run that with a clock and a no catch on your Oracle for.
Ban
I-
the NP.
I don't really believe in clock 5 or clock 3 in this game. I think it's just you're gonna be too ineffective and you'd be way too low damage for your already relatively low damage draft. Like PL doesn't function like a gyrocopter. He's gonna come online, not just like that. There's that diffusal timing, but the heart, the third item. Gyro just kind of accelerates more linearly and is just easier to execute around. Much more AoE damage in team fight. PL's more of a poke and chaos creator.
That's a good one.
They themselves banned that Underlord.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they go back the Chalice Brew, perhaps.
Ooh.
Maybe Axe, just so you have that BKB piercing disable that also can just blink straight on top of a Luna Manta or Disruption and just potentially kill him.
They could go back on Team Secret also for like, again, I think the idea of going for like a very heavy push early and just trying to take advantage before these cores come online, like take a Pugna or something for Fata off lane.
I was thinking Pugna almost for LGD, but I guess BKB Luna wouldn't care too much about Pugna, and he could be kind of frail.
I think both teams have a little too much catch to pick a Pugna reliably. I think the laning phase is too difficult, especially against all these stuns from both teams. Oracle as well. Like Oracle PL against an offlane Pugna, like you just kill him. You purge the decrep and PL just has no fear against Pugna whatsoever.
We'll have our answer.
Yeah,
It's Brew. Alright, nice.
it just makes sense because you have also an AoE dispel for the illusions. It's like it's Brew or Axe because either way you deal with what's going to beat you with Team Secret, which is superior team fight and the Luna Shadow Demon combo. And now you have the ability to dispel the illusions, throw up the Shadow Demon, prevent the disrupt, throw up the Luna, prevent the damage, and just gives the draft a lot more balance.
Ooh.
Puck. Control, silence, which is
Is that
can be
Kunkka
Brew's worst
core?
nightmare. The
Yeah,
silence
it's
a bit.
it's Kunkka, it's Jakiro
Is
core.
it Shadow Demon core?
I think it's Jakiro core. Yeah.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Mid
Yeah.
one.
That's what I was
Mid
saying, like,
Jakiro.
If you do this, then you can like
That was
sort
a
of keep the
That was a
pressure on.
Complexity
Really early.
Classic. The old mid Jakiro.
Yeah, it's a cool. The thing is, Oracle. It's a really poor Jakiro game. You're playing against 3 heroes that 4, if you count that the Death Prophet will buy Yules. 4 heroes that are going to have methods of cleaning your spells off them. PL Doppel, Oracle Q, Chalice can always split, and it's very tempo related and just quite poor against Clockwork as well. So you need a lot of items this game. You're going to need a Force Staff for sure, plus whatever it is you're building up. And if the Fada Puck is a rough game, it could be difficult, but.
I don't know. I'm a believer in it. I think that like the thing about it is that like you look at these heroes. PL needs a lot to come online. DP needs a lot to come online. Brew comes online early, and I think that's going to be one of their saving graces. Like I feel like Chalice is definitely going to do a lot for them this game, but I think that they can like take this multiple buildings before LGD comes online.
We'll
Yeah.
have to see.
That's definitely the team that looks to need. I mean, you have Core Jakiro, right? You're going to need to push the tempo, but I think the Puck is the X factor. If he has a good game, there's really nothing on LGD that has a chance to kill him. It's like the perfect Puck game where he really only dies if he makes a mistake or if he ends up behind from the initial opening period of the game. But I think both. It could go either way, but I think if Secret survive the lanes, I favor them just because their team fight seems to be so strong, and a Luna BKB is just it's all the PL, right? If he gets to 3 items, he's on top net worth by like 20, 30 minutes. There's really nothing Secret have to deal with him. So it just kind of comes down to that relationship, him and Puck. How's this lane phase go? Does Luna get out of control like we saw, some in other
banishment?
matches of this tournament?
The full wraparound? They got him caught there. A lot of damage on the Chalice, starting to bring him down, and possibly they don't have another imprisonment. And Ace did take Lunar Blessing, so unless the Yapsor hits a godly torrent.
Second snipe of the torrent. Does he even go for it?
Nah. Still sucks for Chalice.
Yeah, it's a lot of life down. He'll have to chew through a tango early.
You just go TP from base. It's not so bad, guys.
He uses that TP. It's 50 gold, man.
Oh no! It does reward. It does mean that if they can land an opening kill on him now, it's going to be super value if
The
they
walk
get
of
him
shame.
after the TP. Yep.
I have never seen the Shadow Demon set. Jesus Christ.
It's the new Immortal, isn't it?
So badass looking. Crazy. Straight up Castle Grayskull here, as he will be babysitter along with Yapsor at the moment to join their Lady Luna and to coasting through a successful laning phase that Swindle was talking about. Needed to be able to make it as strong as possible. Secret want to move into a strong 10-minute mark when those bounties and catapults and such come online, and you're able to kind of hit a strong mid game.
Yeah.
Top lane.
So, Jakiro is actually like one of my favorite cores, but I don't like the matchup against Death Prophet. It's like one of your weakest, I would say. You're so good against so many other heroes, but DP just out-sustains your harass, and it has comparable base damage, and it's actually pretty rough for Jakiro, I think.
Do you build it up a bit differently, or are you still going to like go into heavy liquid fire early on to just harass her, or do you just skip over it?
You max your Q, I think, and in this game, you want at least a couple points in Ice Path, but probably just like a QE max. And then you just pressure lanes at all times.
We did see down bottom also the X Nova brought down super low as the cogs are there up top. Looks like Yapsor might be okay. I think he should be able to walk away from this fine.
You're going to try to cut him off. But he does juke back. They run right into him. He's pretty much in a pickle. Throws out the torrent. Circles around it a bit. Tries around the corner.
Salve.
Makes his way down with the salve, and he should be fine.
Ame
Ame on the
trouble.
other end, though, not as good. And it's going to be first blood to Vata. Good turnaround from
Bottom
Yapsor
lane,
to draw
too.
him in. And
Down bottom, X Nova.
Okay, Nova. Trapped within, going to be ripped apart here. Puppy could be traded.
Can't go through
against the
Puppy.
tree, but he doesn't want to commit so much spinach, I guess. Just goes right there.
Puppy? He definitely could have eaten a couple. Like, he had 3 tangos. I'm not really sure why he let himself die there, but maybe he feels like it's better off to die and just TP back in, save that regen.
Guess.
He's
Not
been
need to
putting
walk
in
the
a
base.
ton of work with this disruption too. Like every time he gets somebody, it's a ton of damage onto X Nova. He's been getting most of the block offs, and that's been chewing through the Oracle's regen also.
Strong kill potential for the lane of LGD down here. Doesn't really come. I love it if I'm an Oracle in this lane. I love when I get level 3. That feels like when I can really blast them down with 2 levels of that Purifying Flames. But
Ace is actually taking a lot of
right
damage
now he doesn't
here.
even. He has the 1. It should be maybe enough. Can he snipe it one more? Hit it. 1 vision hit. Oh, okay. Okay. That bat, Oracle just can hit so fast and has a decent range on the hit as well.
And one of the best attack animations for support.
Most certain.
When we first came out, you remember people were playing to mid for a little while there because he
Well,
had
it's
like
like
the lowest BAT.
Also Fate's Edict would amplify the physical damage
Right.
too, so you just like put it on and just beat them the hell out of the lane. Yapsor back at top has a torrent. He pumps fake it a bit. Got a couple low LGD members that they are thinking about maybe sniping with an orb follow-up.
This is a really favorable laning phase for Secret, I would say, just because the PL is having so many issues. I'm not sold on this core cover.
There we go.
Sorry, core DP. Wow, core Jakiro. Jesus.
You got there. Third time's the charm.
Just like Secret got the kill done there in the top lane with the X combo. Makes things a lot easier for Fata to be able to clean things up. Scores another kill, and Secret pull ahead 3-2. Continue their strong laning phase here. That Jakiro mid lane currently 16-3 to Death Prophet's 20-5, but like
Kill.
your insight, Shez, that's probably expected on paper.
Yeah, PL's out doing actually better up top than I realized. 19-5 already. Yeah, he has the death, but whenever I see you, you know, if you're 4 denies up in a laning phase, your death is still like less experience than just having those denies in your pocket. So.
Oh, down bottom, they got another banishment. This might be a dead X Nova.
Yep, they look to surround him. They look to hit him with the Lucent Beam. Puppey eating a lot of damage. Is he actually going to get the heal now? No, turn around. There's that level 2. Purifying Flames, lots of damage. We'll be able to get the snipe on the Puppey before he drops himself, so a little bit of XP going to be favored for him.
Yeah. Well, all PSG.LGD's core is online though, and I will say their team fight is definitely the strongest in this game. All you really need is a bruise split, and until Luna's got like BKB plus, you know, obvious build-up items.
I think they got him down bottom again. Chalice taking a lot of damage, and with another imprisonment, he just drops.
Yep, nice catch right there. Chalice gonna be brought down. Secret's laning phase continues to flourish here. Top lane though.
Oh, he got battery assaulted when he went for the torrent pullback. That's the most annoying thing in the world when you're playing Kunkka, and is interrupt your X pull.
Do you see what Fada's doing right now, guys? You gonna click on him real quick? I don't know about this.
Fail.
No boots?
I mean, I like it. It makes sense from I'm gonna sit in lane. It's nice to have this armor and regen, but I feel like Bottle's a lot worse now that the bounty runes got changed. It's very strange to me.
He also has no points in phase shift to dodge away from the Lance, but I guess that makes sense since he's maxing out the Phantom Rush anyways and trying to kill Ame here. He's doing a good bit of damage, and he's going to be able to burst him a little bit, jumps away, and gets out.
He has a 10 armor puck, so I suppose he lives through the pressure quite well, but the thing is you still get harassed to the point where you
Oh, they're
kinda
playing
want
the
some
X
regen.
combos. That's what he's doing with the App Store.
Alright.
The Bungie method here. So they'll keep sending him back for the free bit of regen and the free trip back. Moving in, Torrent. Yeah, I'm sort of trying to slice things up on the Ami. The follow from Fata with the silence. They need 2 more right clicks, but he's got the 1 pop. He's going to be fine. Turn around, Spirit Lance. FY catches them both within the battle cage. They swing it out with the battery assault, but Secret wants to fight themselves. They're turning the pressure back onto FY. Not enough for the finish. Now everyone weak and wounded. Turn around.
Fata.
Rip. Ame very low. Another save from FY as he steps in with another set of cogs. Everyone going to be eating a lot of damage, but no one going to get finished. Bottom lane. Disruption and Eclipse combo. Evacerate the panda out of existence.
Evacerate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Looks like explode. Just another word.
Really? I was thinking eviscerate.
Oh, yeah. Evacerate, eviscerate, you know, right? Tomato, tomato.
Hey.
I've heard it both ways.
I didn't know those were words. There you go. You learned something.
These are
every day.
words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean that's big. Just down bottom, Luna having the 1 death. It's always nice to get her on the board.
Exacerbate.
That's a good
I
word.
think that's what I was mixing it up
mixture
with
of the
there.
two. Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, there we go. That was it. Anyways, your Dota point?
Yeah, yeah, but you see mid, there's like a slight advantage. Sum this up, maybe 500 gold on the Jakiro. He's going to look to rotate top. They have vision. It's going to be denied immediately by Yapstor, but I think he's going to die. He just takes the game.
Oh, they're calling him. He can't get the ward.
Do
Oh.
they should deny the ward. They're not going to deny the ward. Should deny the ward. Okay, they don't. That's fine. Mid one in the meantime shoves out that mid lane. The build he went for is something I would expect, where you max your Q first, 1 point, nice path just cuz, and then you max fire after that. Be curious to see what level 10 talent he gets. I would get Spell Lamp as a core.
Down
I think
bottom,
he'd
they
level
got
too fast
Puppey
with
again.
XP.
And they're trying to take him down through the woods.
Oh,
He's
that's-
juking, actually. He saved those tangos for
There you
later,
go.
Kyle.
Where he would have been slightly more valuable. He's healing all the way up. But they're not done chasing. He still needs 8 seconds before he can even have a disruption since it's only level 1. But they're
TP.
doing more healing than they are hurting now.
Oh, Puppey!
Purifying Flames just rounds the corner. It's taken so much time, but finally they'll bring him down. He had the disruption up there, but maybe didn't have the mana for it.
They just bring the PL bottom. I like this move. He forces the Luna out of the lane, and he makes the rotation first. So they're going to be able to just, like, you can already see, like, this tier 1's dead. Up top, Luna's not even able to do damage to the tower yet, so
No. I mean,
it's
they
good
are
movement.
Doing okay damage on the mid tier 1, I guess, as an exchange, but it would be nicer to get one of those side towers down.
Puck has a Veil now, so if somebody shows up to this lane with Eclipse being up, there's a
She's
good
level
chance
5.
they can kill it.
I guess. Okay, that's true. You
With
have
the
Luna.
Eclipse.
You have Luna. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That does make the
Thanks for
Veil
giving me
Rush
that.
a lot stronger, I would say.
Puck will enable the others to really bring in the firepower. But no one really wants to approach this tier 1, so Ace is getting some right-click damage in, but FY pretty hesitant here.
Yeah, the one downside of the secret draft is that it feels like they're gonna have the impetus is gonna be on them to make moves and force the action, and LGD's lineup just has so much more freedom to just relax.
Damn.
Nice kill though.
Good quick snipe set up from that torrent. And it will allow them to go for the complete finish on the tier 1 tower here.
I mean, I guess that's the trade-off, right? Is that like it feels as if Secret's draft does want to try and like get things done. It has to get things done. And if it doesn't, they're going to be in a really bad spot. But right now, trading towers and
Yep. They have a huge wave clear advantage though. That's the thing. If they can get ahead, get a few towers, and itemize so that their 3 cores can all stay on map, it just frees the Shadow Demon Kunkka to just make moves and just run through the jungle at all times, and they just can constantly pressure, out farm LGD. But at a certain point, this Clock Brew PL are gonna just wreak havoc in their lines. You got 3 squishy anti-heroes and a Luna. Everyone really reliant on the boat for survivability in the mid-game team fights.
well, they drop a macro pyramid, and that keeps the pressure off for the moment. Trying to dodge away from it. Fata.
Here's FY, looking to say what's up. Tries to get between Fata. Does have the hook shot, pump, fakes it, but doesn't want to commit in. Let that one go as LGD just kind of command the jungle side there. Have one aggressive ward, but no further vision from that. Still defending and holding this mid lane. And we also haven't really seen them unleash any sort of exorcism yet, but that may change quickly here. So we have a smoke play.
They've been doing a good job of trying to keep the Ace in the safe place, the safe farm, but with this ward right here, they spot him out, and they're going to make a move right there to try and kill him.
Okay, FY.
Whenever you got an ace, it pays to keep him in the hole as long as possible.
Nice.
Hey.
No
That was
further-
really good recognition by Secret. They might still die here.
There we go. Puppy walks up. He may be the gank tanker for now. But there's the follow through from Ace. Moving in with the Eclipse. The Cogs, though, keeping them back. So no further follow-up. This is the 3rd ulti commitment from Secret. With that coil now. Nice snap, and that will allow the finish of the DP.
Why,
Secret are playing this really well.
No, I agree, but I don't think LGD is supposed to run up that hill as 2 players. It's like a cool idea and everything. I like the smoke move, but it's I agree it's good recognition from Secret, but the point of that smoke is to force them into that area of the map.
Tower denied in the mid lane. And they will
Wow.
X-Nova with the deny and the finish.
And just like that, it makes those deaths up top worth, or rather the DP's death, it turns into a trade, but you get the tower deny, which I think benefits LGD. Like, I actually think that now that it gives 0 gold, it's just, that's huge. It's like 1250 you take out of the pockets of Secret.
Chalice got his Blink Dagger. Just went straight Blink Dagger. Brown boot, Blink Dagger.
That's the
wanna
right
fight.
choice, yeah. And right now there's no answer to a split. If he just, you're going to land 1 kill just thanks to the Brew ult alone, and then he's going to be able to toss up another into the waiting arms of most likely a Clockwork and a PL. And look how much damage Ami's already done to that bottom tier 2. It's in deny range. Like, he's just put so much pressure onto this area of the map. He's just been here. Ever since that rotation, he got the tower. He has not left this area. And we said at the start, like, this is the hero that you really have to be concerned about if you're Secret. The Luna, of course, also just free farming hard. He went for that max glaive build. No ancient stacks up just of yet, though.
When we think back to that Paparazzi game where he went completely out of control, he had that extra hero of the IO to help him like accelerate the farm that much further. They don't have that this game, so if things do start to go awry and LGD keep on being able to find those kills like this smoke gank is trying to do, things could look really bad for Secret very quickly.
And they're gonna find the puck, but I don't know if you kill a puck.
FY says, we do. Jumps in with the hook shot. Yules.
That was a good Yules.
Yeah, but there we go. Gets the grab, so he's not going to be able to blink out and away. Secret trying to think about going for a catch themselves. It's
got
Ame,
Blink
but
Brew.
not enough of a follow-up. Here comes the return fire from LGD, moving in hard, jump in from the Brew, and there goes the split.
Oh, great
Heals
Fate's
follow-up, mid one though, eating a lot of damage, drops the whole Macropyre combo. FY begins to burn on through, but they take out the dragon.
They're gonna find another. This is where the Brew comes in. Exactly. You split, you get a kill on a core, you toss up another, and you're gonna have another kill.
Jumping from Fata though, and the high ground wants to commit on in with the 3-man coil and the Eclipse combo. This could be a good return fire, but man, beautiful Fate's Edict. And now with the Soul Siphon, all that life's gonna come right back for Somnus.
Oracle
Runs
Death
it right
Prophet.
back. Woo!
That's so good. The Fate's Edicts from him has been absolutely on point, and that's only with 1 point in it too. As this starts to get higher and higher, like so much of the damage from Secret is going to be mitigated. Like,
You just keep in mind, like that's a 4-on-5 engagement. They're just buying space for PL, and you can see LGD recognizes their win condition, where they want to force a fight every time they have Brew ult, preferably on objectives of Secret. And Ame has no intention of ever arriving at the fight. He's just going to continue to scale.
That's gotta feel bad for Secret.
It's just Luna's obviously ahead, but you need to be that way against PL. If you ever get to a point where you're not that full item ahead, you have major issues, and that's where PL just all of a sudden is just, he's killing your entire team, and you don't really have answers for him.
Yeah.
So, LGD, like, that's just how it is. Like, PL's the answer in this game, and I think LGD recognized that, so they're going to make as much space for Ame as possible.
on top lane, it looks like we're thinking about hunting onto Fata. He shouldn't end up going down.
But I don't think Chalice alone could do anything about it, so.
Yeah, somebody just TP'd away with them.
Smoke here for Secret here in the mid lane.
Max
Looks like they'll just, yeah. Disrupt Ace here to push out the lane, but they're looking to go for a smoke. But they just saw FY's rocket here scouting him out, so they're trying to investigate that. Lots of ward coverage here from LGD, just kind of scoping all the movement here from Secret. So Secret are not really going to be moving forward with that game plan that they may have been considering. Instead, just have to leave YapzOr to kind of fend off this PL in the bottom lane a bit, but still no threats coming to PL's way.
FY has just been shown he's like ready to hunt anybody that walks into this jungle. It doesn't really matter if he gets that farm, if he doesn't get farm, if he gets one of those kills.
Yeah. Thing is, these early towers punish Luna so hard. Look at where LGD's managed to place their wards and the amount of map control it gives. They're effectively denying the entire bottom Radiant jungle and Ancient camps to the Luna, and he needs to be further ahead than he is. But you can't have this dream paparazzi game if you don't have free reign of your own woods. So he's kind of left to take scraps with the lanes that push into him. He's not able to perform aggressively.
They spotted FY for how many wards LGD has. There's just as many wards for Secret on their own jungle side. So they see the approach of LGD. Not able to quite get the finish. A bailout will be there from the Oracle to help out FY, but not so fortunate. It's going to be Chalice who does get finished off. Secret possibly looking to go for more, but now YapzOr getting a bit of pressure from that PL. Nova now under the gun. Gets the Fate Seed, can heal on himself. Avoids the extra bit of damage. Fada's still looking to pursue him a bit. YapzOr caught in between. A hard move in from FY, getting blasted as he locks it down within his own cogs, and he'll go down too. LGD lose a couple here. On the way out, are they thinking about fighting on the high ground? Somnus still holds the Exorcism. They really want to throw down, but I think they're just going to accept it for what it is.
That was a bit of a miscue. I don't think you want to Oracle ulti the clock there. As soon as you use it on your support, like I'd rather FY just die, save your brew. If he gets split off, that fight's going to turn. But at the end of the day, it's 1 for 2. It doesn't really matter.
It was really greedy by Chalice too. He jumped in and clapped, and then it looked like he was going for like a drunken haze afterwards on the primal split, and then he ended up getting just queued by Puppy, and then they were able to set up the silence right afterwards. He was just dead. Like, I don't know. I think that he might just need to go for a blink split there, because as you were saying, if he splits, there's no other answer to it really.
Yep. No, you 100% are going to grab an extra kill, and he's not going to go down.
Well, they still want to get that split to use here. They smoke up, and it looks like they're going to cross paths with Captain Puppy. Puppy sees what's happening and can't even get the chance to make it away. Just quick catch right there.
It's the right move. Just smoke to the opposite end of the map. FY's going to place it's one of my favorite wards he's about to place. I love that ward. It rarely gets countered, and it gives so much vision of the lane and the shrine. And now look at the box they've made. All they do now, if they just sit in the mid lane, they're effectively boxing Secret into this, right? And as Luna, that's your worst nightmare because you can't actually scale like you need to in order to outpace this PL Death Prophet. And yeah, he's ahead, but he's also pretty much eating the only available space on the map for his team.
Yep.
And look at where
They're
Jakiro
all
and Puck are
starved.
forced to play.
Yeah, they're not
the
going
same
to get
place.
anywhere from here if
Yeah.
they're going to be stuck on their side of the map. So what do? What's the extreme case? Like smoke and go and hope you get a pick?
That's the brew pick, where you don't actually have the ability to take this decisive engagement, because if split goes off, you will lose the fight. And you also can't kill Death Prophet because there's an Oracle behind him. And you really don't have the reach to get behind him and find that Oracle because your Puck is an offlaner and he's in 5th net worth. So
Yeah,
he doesn't even have a Blink Dagger.
Almost got it, but you know.
That might be one of the points where they can go and try and fight with the Blink Dagger there. And Jakiro's going to be able to hold out the game for some time with Macro Pyres, and then maybe try and hit that timing. It's going to be tough for sure. You see Ace also farming out their side of the jungle now as well. They didn't quite spot him, I guess, with this ward off to the side, but they're moving up to try and chase him now. You can just see like everybody, all 4 of them running up their top towards the Luna.
But look where Ame is.
Yeah.
Still, the entire game, he's just freely playing the Radiant side of the map. Just every creep he's taking is just stolen.
They're walking
from the
uphill
lane.
again.
Again, they're going to move right in. Maybe onto an opportunity to get the jump onto mid 1. But a Secret want to make this worth. They really have to take a commanding lead in this fight for what Ame is doing elsewhere. Actually, Ame rotating in for this fight. After the back end kill of mid 1, they want to keep moving forward here.
He has a Blink Dagger and also Phase Shift, but he can't get it off in time.
No, going to get bumped back. Quickly sniped down. Secret disperse. But
There is a BKB on Somnus as well. And the LGD just itemizing for the team fights. And they recognize, like, we cannot be defeated right now. And we also have this PL that at some point is going to become by far the strongest hero on the map. They're just playing the game really well. Ace farming as much as he can, but I'm fearful for Secret if they can't win a decisive fight in the next 5 minutes or so max and get Roche off of it, because the Luna will inevitably just fall off with like that one death to PL. Even though he's currently 8-1, he's having a great game, but you need to be here to even have a chance against this hero as the mid game turns to late.
Well, and like you talked about, we haven't seen that Blink Dagger really come into play yet for the Puck, but that timing with the BKB about to be out on Ace, that's going to need to be hit so hard, and maybe get Roche off of it as well for Secret if you can win a fight pretty quickly. Do you think it's more value to get Roche or to try and take down towers if they do manage to win a fight?
You need Roche.
Yeah.
The respawn times are way too low for the levels that are currently in the game on LGD's side. You're gonna be pressured to do that Roche too, so you're gonna have to hustle.
So the PL pick up a Shadow Blade now, so he is content on if he does want to still push out those side lanes, has the extra bit of escape, or an extra way to maybe even get into a fight, catch out a support.
Going Blink too. I guess to Blink Yule's the Brew, and then he can go for like the Ice Path afterwards. But Brew's
I'm
gonna
not a
have
fan.
BKB.
I think you need the you could really use a Force Staff, even though your Kunkka has one, and I'd like him to go for more of the team fight items. I think that's the strength of Jakiro. You don't really need mana regen because your spells are also cheap. Just the Yols is plenty, and you can itemize for anything because your goal is to cast as many spells in a fight as possible. I'd rather see a Force, maybe a Pipe, and just itemize to keep his teammates alive. More damage reduction, because right now I just feel like they don't have the team fight. That's their big flaw.
Uh-oh.
Fada still lingering around that bottom lane, gets spotted out now.
Oh.
Narrowly avoids the stop, but can't quite orb himself out from that one. Som's gonna pick it up.
Like, shouldn't he be able to like jaunt away, or is that?
No, he already orbed.
He just orbed. The orb went off to the right.
Yeah, but he got Yols in the travel time. And
Yeah.
it dissipated before he could jump.
I thought he was in Phase Shift. That's why.
It's not high enough level. One of the downsides of Puck. You need level 13, and then you're able to do pretty much whatever you want, but until then you're very susceptible to heroes like Death Prophet. Can just outplay you. And not even outplay, really. You just can't blink out of Phase Shift reliably.
And LGD continue to encroach on into Secret side. I mean, they don't need to really farm their side of the jungle when they can confidently farm Secret side and take that farm away from Luna and the rest of Secret. Nice catch of the Torrent right there, but maybe confidently charging in on forward. They want to clear out this tier 1. Secret are backing behind it as if they want to take a fight here. I don't know what kind of approach they're going to be able to make, even have to head through high ground into their own jungle side. But you can see they're super nervous about even doing that.
It's tough because I think Fod also wants to be that blink initiator, but I need him to push out the waves as well. And Ace gonna run into Chalice here, and time to run away.
It's the downside of the Jakiro in the core role, and part of why I don't like the itemization to an extent is that he needs to be taking hard lanes. You can't have him just taking like the safer farm in this game that's being left for Luna. And to your point, Miracle, it makes the puck play the dead lane at all times.
Oh, hard move in now from the Brewmaster. Stepping in with the split while Ame sweeps him from behind, takes out Puppy immediately. Jump out forward. Looks like maybe and company are going to be able to move on through and just wipe the floor with that Jakiro. Ace has to backpedal, just trying to take what farm is going to be available to him, but this is going from bad to worse for Secret now. LGD just continue to swallow up all the farm. Ame was content just farming side lanes before. Now he's even getting in on the action and taking kills.
Well, they're bringing the fights to him in a lot of ways. They're always on Secret side of the map. They accept any conflict that they can get, and you can see the downsides again. This Jakiro, there's really no play for him in this game right now.
He did go back for the Force Staff. It's still like that initiation just didn't go the way they needed to. FY is going to be caught here. Looks like Ace is going to be able to find himself another kill. And getting closer towards the Manta. He had Butterfly queued up, but I think they're realizing this is going to need to be a push out those lanes with the Ace illusions and then make other stuff happen.
I'd like to see them look to force Roche.
Yeah.
If there's no DP ult, there's no Brew split, you have a window here where you're probably going to win a fight, especially considering you still have your Luna ult ready and a BKB. So you're not threatened at the moment by anything on LGD's side. It's just, you don't have much of a window.
Seems like LGD know that they have that window. Secret, though, look to swing it out. Eclipse moving in. Glimmer Cape, though, from the Oracle is there for maybe, and he just scoots himself into the high ground and into safety. On the other side, they do get a catch on the Chalice. Chalice, though, had just picked up that BKB. Looks to go for the TP out, and he is gone.
He is split in 20 as well, so it's going to buy the time to defend the Roche. LGD playing super well around the pit. And you can see Ame, once he recognizes, all right, Roche has been denied, I'm going to just farm this Ancient Camp. He's going to posture aggressively. Continue to just farm as much of Secret's map as possible.
Ace wants to move in. They'll hit him with a disruption first so they can send the illusions in first.
Yeah, the Scotty timing on Ame is going to be huge. Allows him to just stick to that Luna. And if he's ever in a position where he can continue right-clicking her, there's going to be no escape for Ace.
Well, they are 5,000 net worth up on LGD, and it has definitely felt like Secret has started to move past missing their timing. It's just completely fallen apart here. But it does still have a couple of these things that we haven't seen from them yet. They haven't taken the blink initiation from Puck fully. The Eclipse, was used on the BKB and Glimmer Cape DP last time as well. They need to bait out some more ultimates again if they want to have a chance of winning a fight.
Can't just help them feel like they need to do something. It's not like this game is going to get any easier for them. They're not a lineup where they have. Kunkka is going to just one-shot the other team, and they're going to pull it back, guys.
Yes, the problem is they need to burst someone down to actually win an engagement. You need to kill an LGD hero at the start of the fight, but they don't have the reach to do that. And they're so susceptible to the BKB timings that came out from LGD. You have a BKB on your Death Prophet and your Brew. Who are you supposed to burst down when your entire damage output is magical, with the exception of Luna right clicks?
You have to hope that Xno is out of position. He's been doing such a good job of remaining in a good position.
Yeah, and if you even make it past those BKBs, yeah, you have that Oracle waiting there with the Glimmer Cape, with the False Promise. So I don't know if the blink on Jakiro's and hoping to blink and Yules up the Oracle while you get the finish onto the Brew so he can't get saved, but with those BKBs, those options are just completely taken away.
Yeah, it's something we see a lot. One of the bigger holes in drafts, and something that you see win games a lot of the time, is this BKB piercing, disable, or threat. And when you don't have anything on your entire side to deal with that item, like you give away your real ability to take fights at a certain point in the game.
Well, we see more of the Banes and less of the Shadow Demons, I guess.
So one thing you had mentioned before is you didn't like, when we were talking about that Naga game before, you didn't like drafts that didn't give the gold to other people. I think that's a little bit different here with Secret and Ace, as we do get a lift up here onto Ame, trying to bring him low, bursted a little bit. The Eclipse comes out as well, and they blow him up.
That was a very interesting position from Ame.
Interesting.
He was just hitting the tier 2 top tower completely alone with no vision.
And X Nova kills off Yapstar, but that's fine. Like, they're all down here right now. You know that they can't get there quickly, and they're going to maybe go right into Roche.
Yep, it's a huge pickoff. That's like the one hero they needed, right? We just said they need a pickoff on a key core, and they get the PL of all.
Well, PL does have a buyback. Do they spend it here?
Use the Luna ulti, so one of your big threats in a team fight is down. You can keep spamming vision. You're probably just going to delay this if you're LGD, and you have the ability to do so.
Oh, that was close. If that catches, Ace maybe gets off a Lucent Beam. They do definitely need to be careful, because Hookshot is up, Brew Split is up. They've got BKB on Brew as well. No coil.
Fight now, maybe force out the PL. It's still 20 seconds. Immediate false promise here. Maybe charges forward with the Siphon. Secret wants to retreat, but the Yules holds Ace in his spot. He will pop the BKB and waltz on out. Still no buyback, so PL's going to wait it the whole way out. Puppey going to get left behind and quickly sucked up. Jumping from Fata, the buyback from Puppey. Fata jumping on back and away. The split continues to chase us. Maybe gobbles up another, as that's going to be the finish of mid one. Mid one now buys back. Secret really want this fight to try to stay in this game. But LGD continue to fight on forward. They have the full company here.
Exorcism's wearing off right now. They can turn this.
Here we go, Secret.
PL.
Round 2, moving in, but the round 2 of LGD's there with Ame. Lock within is going to be the Clockwork hiding within the caves. They will be able to finish him up, and here comes Ame. Targets Ace immediately and just takes him right out with that 8 times kill streak. You thought you were doing okay, but here comes the big boy. Shoving Puppey inside, almost a dieback for him. Did I say almost? He goes down. That is going to be a dieback. Fata also going to get dropped. Secret lose more. What was that? 4 or 5 all day, counting the buybacks.
Now there's just no more burst either.
Commanding on through here.
Yeah, it was a good try from Secret, but they don't have Luna ulti because he blew it top to kill Ame. LGD do a great job just kind of stalling out the fight. They blow their BKB early on DP because they don't, like, it's literally just prevent damage as much as possible. You can always feel free to BKB because there's still an Oracle behind you, and by moving forwards and zoning the rest of Secret's heroes, you effectively keep your supports safe. And there's just so many Fate's Edicts from X Nova. I'm curious to see his, I mean, not just his healing, but the damage he's prevented in this game, because once again, all of Secret's lineup is magical damage. You saw the clock, he should have died, but he was Fate's Edict for the entire puck combo, the Luna Beam, the Jakiro spells, everything.
Yeah.
And as you can see, mid one, like, he gets that Yols off, but his force is down. He just ends up dying, even though there's a coil to try and peel, because it's Jakiro, and he has 6 armor and no hood, so you're quite squishy.
Now it looks like he's trying to get towards that 150 GPM talent. The point I was trying to make before we got into this whole series of events was that they are still getting some farm on their other cores. A lot of these heroes have GPM talents. Shadow Demon's going to be able to like get some farm with the illusions from the Luna, but it is feeling so tough for them right now to just even make it through this initial phase. And I don't know, like, do you think that PL alone, if everybody else on Secret are able to get farmed, can solo carry this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also don't know how Secret's gonna get the farm they need, but it's been the same since like the start of the draft. You don't have a real answer to PL late in the game. Definitely one of the harder counters to Luna, and you have Puck Jakiro. You can theoretically clear the illusions, but Jakiro is not. The big thing about core Jakiro is you hit level 15 early. Like, he's already 19, even with the spell amp instead of the XP gain talent at 10. It's that dual breath burn damage, and like I said, when you have multiple methods of removing that on the side of LGD, like, the whole purpose of core Jakiro is kind of moot. Like, that's what makes the core Jakiro good, that you can just consistently spam your Q spell that's going to do 120 damage a tick for 5 seconds. That doesn't work. You're now just an ice path, and Secret already has damage issues because they're all in on the magical damage, and like we just said over and over, Oracle just says no, no, bro.
Yeah, he needs to get to level 25. Get that Pierce's magic community or whatever.
No, you get the ice path.
I like the one. I've seen it a couple of times be okay, but it needs like super specific drafts.
You need a lot of lockdown as well.
All right,
Same
here
with
comes
Blade.
pressure from LGD for a tier 2 in the mid lane. Ame begins to go to work. Ace steps up to the plate, trying to fend them off. No hard commitments in yet. FY waiting back in behind. X-Nova way back in behind. Does not want to get caught out from this fight. There's the jump in from FY to lead things off. Disruptions there though for the bailout onto Ace. He immediately pops the BKB and targets out Maybe. Meanwhile, Ame cleans out Puppey. Ace being chased still with inside the base. They're going to have to deal with the illusions, the exorcism. Out in full force. Tier 2 going to be gone, and now they're going to segue right up and for the tier 3, and it's going to fall apart like paper. Clear out right there. Secret got to do something if they want to hold on to these racks. Liquid fires don't seem to be enough. They drop down the coil. Locks FY. He's going to get bailed out with a false promise, it would appear, from X-Nova on the downside, and he's just going to give him the heals.
Yep.
There goes the racks.
When you can afford to false promise that cockroach every fight and you're not punished, you know it's wrong. Although
Ame does have an Aegis. It's costing him a lot. The Glimmer's there to help out. He charges back inside. And will doppelganger out to safety. But as I say that, X-Torrent, he walks right on out.
And you can see LGD doing a great job. They blow. It's once again where they're blowing their spells early, and it allows them to conserve others. So they are free to use the Oracle Ult on clock because Brew saves his BKB for after split. Because they're blinking in, like, they're blowing DP ult, like, right away, ensuring it's going to get off. The PL's diving in right for the Shadow Demon, the key target for the team, and the Brew is split. So you force the entire draft of Secret back into their tier 4s. As you kill the tier 2, now you're up on the high ground, you can immediately go for the tier 3 racks. And as long as they blow spells to essentially cover their teams and prevent them from having to blow their cooldowns as well, like, there's nothing Secret can really do. They still can't fight into Brew Split or BKB, so you're just kind of forced to just run and hope.
Puppey trying to courageously move out and get some wards down for some facey video. Oh, why are you there? Running in is the Luna to try to bail out or assist Puppey in his dying wish, but that nullifier locks Ace in his spot. Now he gets the BKB off. He's trying to retreat out. His team wants to bail him out, and they try to. A coil to slow them down, but they're committing it hard. Now Maybe swings in to cut them off right between the 4 of them. Moves in, Soul Siphon. They want Ace. They'll get him. Ace is out. 80 seconds. Does have a buyback. They need to use it because here comes LGD moving past the racks and looking to just finish off Minwan. That man does not have a buyback. He's out for nearly 90 seconds. This one not looking so good. They have to they double back all the way for the tier 2 to finish it.
Yep. I love Oracle as well, holding onto the salve, something we saw Solo do back at Epicenter. You can salve someone through the duration of your false promise, and as you don't take those ticks of damage, it'll give you the full double heal.
Yep.
No BKB on Ace right now.
Yeah, and they're just going to purge him down and slowly bring him apart. Oh! He manages to somehow manta, but FY from the turnbuckle, diving in for the fountain, hands his own life away. But my God, that was courageous as hell. FY, the prince
for the team
of death.
LGD has been on point this game, and I'm not sure you can give Maybe Death Prophet. He just plays it perfectly. This hero is so difficult to make look this good, but has he had one poor ultimate, one poor rotation? Like, he's just a part of everything that's going right for LGD. Ame's got the most peaceful carry of his life.
What a guy.
They said, hey, TP bottom, farm there for 15 minutes.
Right away.
And he does it.
And Death Prophet's still ahead of him in net worth. This is really difficult, guys.
Game is hard.
Yeah. It's tough. You can't weight just everything here on the shoulders of this Luna. She's just not matching up, unfortunately.
Well, and I think that, like we saw for a while there, Mid One was just forced inside his base for so long, and he got that GPM talent, but he was waiting for it, like, so close to 20 forever, and, like, you can tell that the draft did just not go the way that Secret had it envisioned in their heads, and, you know?
It's just the map control LGD was able to maintain throughout the entire mid-game. Like, you can't... You make it easy for a Death Prophet to play a game when there's this limited box of area that you can play in, and he eventually is going to find you. You're going to get blink split on, and they're going to find kills, just like they did. And it all comes down to Jakiro Luna are snowballers. Like we said, they have to get ahead, and then they can play 3 lanes and constantly shove. And the Luna then is able to just sort of Zamboni, sweep the map, never really need to slow down. But he had half his jungle denied to him from 10 minutes on. Jakiro's then left for what, mid lane and maybe a medium camp. Like Puck's forced to constantly just shove the lane the PL's in because everyone else would just die. Like LGD sort of just forces Secret to play the game the way they want them to. They can't snowball because they're responding and reacting to what LGD does the entire game. Chalice also has played wonderfully this game.
I think the itemization is
yeah.
one of the bigger things too. Like as soon as he goes to Blink BKB, he can do whatever else he wants after that.
Yep.
And goes for the Radiance. So now he can also push waves even quicker. And the mischance, like if you're all in on this Luna right clicks whenever BKB is not up, and the illusions that are coming from Shadow Demon also, it's just mitigating it so much.
Yep. It's just almost 20% less damage on the illusions. And even
Good
now,
tower.
I'm pretty sure his Dispel would one-shot them.
I couldn't tell, but I saw Fate's Edict while a target was hit by the Demonic Purge, and it looked like it wasn't taking it off, which it should be doing. I'm not sure if that's a bug with it or if it was just a visual glitch or what. But
It should definitely purge the Edict. It won't
Yeah.
purge the ulti, but it'll purge everything else.
it looked like it wasn't purging the Edict, but I wasn't sure. I'll keep my eye on that again. But so many weird interactions.
MKB is going to be up on the PL before the Luna even has Butterfly complete.
That doesn't feel good. Quick, change it to an E-Blade. Just blast someone down with the clips.
Let's go. They got Dagon on Puck. One hit and Dagon.
All right,
Nothing.
LGD. I mean, they have Fato with Dagon build, so yeah, just double Dagon, annihilate one person, then quick GG out. There you go. LGD looking to make this one all but certain. If they can secure the extra life of this Aegis, would definitely make their sieging potential feel that much safer and easier, so that they can be like a one and done kind of siege.
I mean, it's once again, it gives maybe the ability to just BKB, walk up onto the high ground, and plant himself there as a turret of damage. He becomes the Whomping Willow, alright? You just can't do anything about it. In the meantime, you have Ace just with an army of himself dealing with the buildings. Obviously the ghosts will help out as well. And
What's Ace in this analogy? Is he like Crookshanks trying to run
No.
in and hit the little root?
oh, yeah, but
Okay.
But he's got like a toothpick.
Yeah.
it's more. I think he's more of a Ron right now.
He's a Ron.
He's a Ron, yeah. He's having a real bum day.
Wait, it's Harry Potter. He's Harry Potter, remember?
Oh,
He looks
Ace.
Oh,
like
that's a
him.
good point.
Yeah.
He'd be Harry Potter without plot armor in this game.
Okay, I like that. The boy who died.
Yeah, many times. In the most unfortunate game it was.
LGD now, just happy to reside back on Secret's turf here. Secret, just a small window of time to put a couple of defensive wards down, but we're looking at them just kind of backs against the wall, working inside their base for any Hail Mary of a defense.
Look at this. X-Nova has a salve in his inventory. It's in his backpack. I think when the fight breaks off, he's going to throw that in there and then, like, ulti somebody and cast a salve on him.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's something that we saw Solo do in the past. It was brought up before.
I
It's
love
just
it.
like you can't cancel it, and you're going to get double the heal. So, smart idea. And he's a support, so he'll certainly have the backpack space for it.
That's great.
Okay, move in.
Who has AC Radiance? Jesus.
He's pretty yoked here, and here we go. Jump in, heavy shots, double force staff, everything they can to try to save out Ace. The third force to slide him all the way back inside the fountain will be just enough. Back to work now, LGD. Have to kind of sidestep that macro fire a bit. Ame going back inside, spots out Puppy, will clean him out. Followed from FY, looking to bump anyone back. Does get the catch onto Ace, but Ace is ready to swing it. Ame now puts his full attention onto Ace, knowing that he's the big tyrant here for Secret. Can he get him down, though? It's taking a little bit of extra muscle power, not quite enough. Now it's going to be Chalice, forced to retreat on out. No more split for him, but he does manage to jump down and get all the extra life his way. Now it's
6
FY, moving in. Beautiful cog setup, and that should be Secret crumbling down, and that's going to be the GG call.
Well, Nullifier is so good. Honestly, I mean, I know that they're far ahead, but it's just like getting multiple of those off in a fight is just so game-breaking, it feels like, in these engagements when you get to the later stages. I guess it's an expensive item, but man, and LGD just looking freaking good.
Yeah, they definitely improved. I think they certainly feel better. Just really methodical and well executed game. This is when you think of LGD, look at them as like a machine where they have this formula to success, and the way they play is predicated upon really intelligent decision making by all of their players, and just everyone fulfilling their responsibility in the game. I thought Chalice played exceptional, along with maybe Ame. Obviously carries the game. He has good target selection in these fights, constantly taking out the Shadow Demon first. But I felt like his game was the easiest, and everyone like he sits bottom. They ward for him perfectly. That even jukes the Secret Sentries. Like the game is just so easy, mostly on the backs of the other four players, and that's the LGD style. They play as four with Ame the one, just dealing with the other side of the map and inevitably carrying the game. But just well executed. Maybe finishes top net worth on his team, which I think is telling. MVP's tough for me between him and Chalice, but good game. And Secret's going to have a lot of thinking to do to come back in game two, because they definitely looked outmatched in this game.
Yeah, changing up their drafting a bit. I mean, they went to Jakiro early. I don't know if they had the plan from the get-go, like, oh, game one, let's give them the core Jakiro here, or if it's something they kind of had to move themselves into. But the single core thing didn't quite work out for them so well here.
Yeah.
So they'll probably do a bit of a change-up. They're likely to either pick up the DP for themselves or straight out ban it and just try to shift things into a different gear.
I think that also, like, I mean, whether it was, you can call it some of the draft and also just some of the play, but X Nova never being found out in those like big engagements when it was crucial that he wasn't. Like, I think that a couple of his deaths maybe happened in the laning stage early on, with Puppy trapping him in with those disruptions, but he was like, Oracle was the perfect hero. And part of that was also because of the heroes that Secret drafted into it. You think about that Puck glass pick, switching over the roles. I think it was still the right decision in my eyes, maybe, to like swap up the Jakiro for the Kunkka, because it gave them at least an opportunity to do it, even though they didn't hit that mark. But it was tough. Oracle was the perfect hero.
Yep. Good shit from LGD. With that, they'll take the game one win, just one more win away from moving on into the next round to potentially face up against Newbie, who won in the previous series. We'll cut to a break. When we return, we'll see if Secret can bounce back for game number 2 to take it to the full 3 games. For Kyle and Lyrical, I'm Dakota. We'll see you then.